Yo, what's up YouTube? It's your boy Will Motivation, and I'm back again with another video that I promised you guys that I would make. And in this video, I'm going to take you to the job that I used to work before I quit and started my business. Alright, so let's go check it out.
You remind me of someone, but I'm not going to mention who it is. The guy who introduces his, welcome to my garage. Knowledge!
Will Motivation. Will Motivation.
You're watching Will Motivation. Here is where we create, educate, and motivate. Welcome to Will Motivation.
Alright, so we're on our way to my old place of work, and I'm sitting here thinking, what can I share with you guys? What's the learning from this experience? Like, what can I share with you guys from that experience of quitting my job to run my own business or start my own business? And man, one of the biggest things is that I didn't just quit and then start my business. I started my business while I was still working my 9 to 5. So I would work my 9 to 5, and then I would come home, I would take care of my kids, and you know, my kids were real young at the time. I get my kids in bed 8 or 9 o'clock at night, and then from 9 o'clock at night until 3 o'clock in the morning, or somewhere around that time, I would work on my business and my website. And I did that for about 3 years, or more, you know, probably more like 4 years. I did that, building the business, you know, finally making some money with the business, and then quitting my job. Now, when I quit, I was only making, I would say I made maybe $9,000 for the whole year prior to me quitting. So now at my job, I was making about $78,000 and maybe closer to $88,000 with bonuses and stuff, you know, working for a corporate, you know, company. So I was making good money, and I was able to, you know, save a little bit of money. I was able to buy a house, you know, my first house. Wasn't anything extravagant, but I had a mortgage. I had a wife at the time, and I had 2 little kids. So the challenge was, how am I going to, you know, quit my job and risk not being able to provide for my family? You know, what if I fail? Well, you have that risk at all times. You know, at the end of the day, you could get fired from your job. You could lose your job for whatever reason. They could downsize. So you could be out of a job anyway. So, you know, that I had to kind of X off the list. Like, okay, well, let me just save up as much money as I can and quit on my terms. You know, I even asked them to give me a severance package because they were starting to downsize the company, and they denied it. They didn't give me a severance package and let me go, which is what I recommended to them, because then they could be prepared to, you know, get a job to somebody else. But they wanted to keep me on. They didn't get it, or they just didn't want to give me a severance package and give me any, you know, good farewell. So I ended up quitting, man. And I'll take a little shortcut here. So yeah, I started a business and ran the business before I actually quit. So my plan was to jump out and give it all my effort, give it all my energy, give it all my attention, and try to turn it into, you know, a thriving and successful business. And so when I quit, first thing I did was I got a little office space so I could have, you know, a serious place to work. It was, you know, it was only like $500 a month. It was a little tiny office. But next thing I did, it was funny. I hired probably 4 or 5 people immediately after I quit, only based on, hey, you know, I can't pay you a whole lot, but you know, like we could all be in this together, you know. And so I hired my brother, my sister, my friends, and like I said, they all got hired like almost immediately. When I went to work in that office, I think I had a team of at least 3 people with me that turned to 5 people within a few months. And I never missed payroll. I paid everybody every week, so I knew how much money I had, and I was just trying to be careful. And then we just grew, you know, we attacked. So in case you don't know what that business is that I run, it's a website called hbcuconnect.com. It was the first social network for historically black colleges and universities, and it's still the largest website targeting that particular audience. And it was before Facebook and before LinkedIn, so you know, it was a new concept, and people gravitated towards it. So we're getting close to the building where I work. Like I said, it's not that far from where I live. So let's go check that out. All right, so we're pulling up on the building now. This is it up here on the right. That is it. It's like a big, I mean, thousands of people used to work here. Now, the building was bought out by a healthcare company. So now it's they do something totally different. Check it out. It's funny because my office used to be right up here in the front. I worked my way up to a window seat. Now I'm gonna try to pull off a crazy maneuver and park right in front of the front door to take a picture for a thumbnail. Let's see what happens. All right, so here we are at the building where I used to work. This is actually, check it out. This is the parking lot where I used to park every day. And this is where I used to come in and go to work. Used to have to clock in, come in through the side door, clock into the 9 to 5 every single day. Now, I'm not one of those people that's gonna tell you that I hated my job and I hated coming in here every day to go to work, because that wouldn't be the case. I'm very grateful that I had a job. I'm very grateful that they paid me well, and they didn't stress me out. So I was able to have energy after work and come home and work on something I was passionate about. And I had a lot of opportunities at this place. And it was sort of a springboard for me being able to provide for my family, but then to be able to follow my dreams as well and start my own business. So I'm very thankful actually to this place of employment. Started out as AT&T Bell Labs. They paid for me to go to college. You know, a great company. I thought I was gonna retire here. But you know, soon after I started working, I realized I had bigger dreams and bigger goals, and a regular paycheck wasn't gonna cut it for what I wanted to do with my life. So I followed my dreams, followed my passion, started a business. And when that business, you know, started growing, you know what happened? I quit. Now, let's talk a little bit about some of you guys that might be going through that same transition. You might be working a 9 to 5 and you're ready to quit. You're frustrated with your job, or you figured out what your passion is. You figured out what you want to work on, what you want to do with yourself. and you want to get out and you want to run your business full time, and you want to have your own business and do your own thing. And so, maybe you're at the point where I was, and I had a good job, but I wanted to do something different, and you had to make that decision to quit. And so, what can I tell you guys from a motivational aspect? The channel is called Will Motivation, and what can I tell you to motivate you is that, look, if you are at that point where you're ready to quit your job and run your business full time, first things first, make sure your business is at least making some money. At least you have a proven business and a proven concept that you think you can work if you put more time and effort into it. And you got to be realistic with yourself. And this is, life is not a joke. It's not a game, especially when you got a family, you got a wife and kids. First of all, start your business, run your business on the side, make sure it's viable, and then you got a decision to make. Now, if you got your business to that point where it's out, you're out there, you're making a little bit of money, but you want to run it full time, well, then you got a decision to make. If you have your business already up and running and you're at that point where you're thinking about quitting your job, your 9-to-5, and you want to run your business full time, well, sometimes you got to step out on faith, and that is, if you're not a spiritual person and you don't believe in God and that kind of thing, well, it still applies to you, because sometimes stepping out on faith is stepping out on the faith in your own abilities and your own work ethic. And if it's not that, or part of that might be your spirituality and what you believe in and what your purpose is, you know what I'm saying? And you fulfilling that purpose and not being afraid, you know what I'm saying? So for me, it was a combination of those things. And luckily I had my father around. And at that time, my father kind of heard me talking about it, and I kind of was looking for a push off the cliff. And finally my dad said, well, if you're gonna do it, go ahead and do it, and then we'll get in here and get behind you. And that's really all I needed. As much as I believed and looked up to my father, is I needed that kind of push, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, for me, that's what it was. I stepped out on faith, and it was not only a faith in my belief system, but it was also faith in my work ethic, faith in my own abilities, faith in how hard I was going to work to take that business as far as I could take it, and at least, more than what it was at the time that I quit. So you got to kind of believe in yourself. You got to have your skills tight. You got to invest in your own education and your own knowledge, and make it happen. Don't be afraid. So there it is. We got Knowledge 2.0 and the old gig. Knowledge was having a car like this was motivation and inspiration for me. But I don't want people to think that the job is always the bad guy. Sometimes the job is a stepping stone for you to get where you want to be. And so for that, I say thank you to this place. They provided me with employment. They provided me with opportunities. There was a lot of good people that worked here, and it's not even the same company that it used to be when I was there. All those people pretty much got let go. So for me, it was sort of like a race between getting downsized and getting my business off the ground. And I feel like I won that race. But more importantly, I want you guys to be motivated and inspired to win your race. Yo. All right, before you go, a lot of people were wondering, so I gave you sort of the long story and the background story of what led up to me leaving my job and quitting, but a lot of people want to know the gritty version of how I actually quit my job, like what happened the day I quit. So real quick, man, 2 minutes. The day I quit my job and what led up to me quitting my job, basically, I went to my boss and I said, hey, can you guys give me a severance package because they were downsizing? My boss was like, let me check and see. So my boss went to his boss, and I was a good worker and everything, and I was on sort of a critical, they had downsizing people around me, and I was sort of on a mission critical project, doing some software or whatever for this product we were working on. And a few days later, my boss came back to me and he was like, well, we understand that you want to volunteer to leave the company and get a severance package, because when you get a severance package, what that means is they let you go, or they terminate you, but they give you some money, you know, and maybe some stock options or some compensation, and maybe like some health care for a while. They give you that in order for you not to come back and try to file for unemployment or sue the company or something like that. They just give you some money to go away. And so I volunteered for that. Usually people don't want that because they basically are getting fired. But I went to my boss and I volunteered. So he came back a few days later and he was like, sorry, you know, they call me Roger, which is my middle name. They were like, sorry, Roger. But, you know, we kind of need you here on this project and we're not going to give you that severance package. And when I went to him, I was like, give it to me, because better fire me than somebody else who really needs this job. And for me, I could be okay if you fire me. That's basically what I was trying to tell him. So I volunteered. So I would save somebody else's job. They didn't listen to me. They told me no. And so I was like, okay, in my mind, I had my mind already made up. I knew I was going to quit. But I think they didn't know that I was really going to quit. So I would say probably within 2 weeks, I went back to my boss and I said, hey, you know, we need to talk. And remember that offer I made you guys, you know, to basically fire me instead of fire somebody else so I can get a severance package. You guys denied it. But guess what? I'm getting ready to be out of here in 2 weeks. So I basically gave my 2 weeks notice and I told them I didn't want to burn any bridges because I really didn't have any hate towards the job. I just wanted to do my business. I just wanted to run my business. So I didn't want to burn any bridges. So I didn't like go in there and like roll up to my boss's desk and tell him I quit and start cursing people out and stuff. I didn't do anything like that. I basically went in there, but I was firm though. I was like, there's no negotiation. I'm quitting. I'll give you guys 2 weeks notice, but I'm going to go run my business. I'm going to take care of my son because my son is autistic. And I told them, you know, that was my priority, to have more time to be able to be flexible with him. And I figured they would understand that and I wouldn't be burning any bridges, but I got to go. So that's what happened. I told my boss, I gave him 2 weeks notice and I was out, you know. So it was interesting though, because I had a boss before this particular boss that I had a review with, and that boss was like, you know, he couldn't see my potential. And I never had a boss that told me anything like that. Usually all of my bosses were supportive and they saw my potential and they wanted me to like reach my fullest. But I did one time have a boss that tried to downplay my abilities. And it's funny because I still go have wings with that boss. And I never really kind of rubbed it in his face that I went and started my business, and the potential that he didn't see in me, I actually realized that potential, and now I'm, you know, on a different level than most of those people I used to work with. And he actually still works at the company. No, I never really went back, you know, like to do revenge and try to say I told you so or anything like that. I just keep it kind of humble, and if they see something, they see something. So if I pull up to the Wings restaurant in a Lambo, you might just see me in a Lambo. Yo, this is Will Motivation. Just wanted to say thanks for checking out this video. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And also feel free to share this video with your friends and be a part of the movement. I'll check you guys out in the next video. Holla.